Hey, this is the Autark of Flame.
Hello, I'm Nathan. You'll know me as Rince in the blogs of the Chaos Theater.
And today's match is, well, it's one of the more hotly debated ones. This is between the famous Sonic the Hedgehog and Dormin from Shadow of the Colossus, one of my favorite games. So, what do you take of this, Nathan?
Well, Sonic, for personality, he's a very optimistic hedgehog. He doesn't really have much personality, unfortunately, since it's a platformer, so they don't really go on story depth there, or personality, so he's just a very optimistic, in-your-face hedgehog.
And he likes chili dogs. I gotta say, that's pretty awesome. So, but then again, in the later games, he kinda loses the chili dog awesomeness, and he gains annoying voice actors. So, next up is Dormin. Now, his personality's pretty thin, too. He's just evil for the sake of being evil. He's a giant demon thing. And his backstory is actually complex, though, and, basically, he was sealed away long ago into the bodies of 16 giant, creatures, and, all that's left of him is a bunch of monsters and a talking ceiling, basically, and, it manipulates a man called Wander into resurrecting it by killing these giant creatures in order for Wander to resurrect a girl. Now, ultimately, Wander does slay these creatures, but inadvertently, Dormin has been possessing him for every Colossus that he kills. So, Wander becomes a new Dormin, basically, and he gets sealed again, and in the end, Dormin actually does fulfill his end of the promise, so that is a sort of point for his personality too. So, I'd say Dormin is the more consistently deep and compelling of the two, although not by much, because his personality, again,
I have
is
to
pretty thin.
agree, Sonic originated from platformers, so he's also not going to have that much personality.
That's true. So, point for Dormin for personality and backstory. Now, character achievements. Now, Dormin, again, we don't know what he did in order to get himself sealed off, but, we know that, well, he's evil. He's a giant demon. And, well, he does manage to, convince Wander and, make him kill these giant creatures. So, he's an expert manipulator. We know that much. Now, but other than that, we don't know what he's going to do after he's resurrected, so his character achievements, we really can't say a lot about Dormin. But we can say a lot about Sonic.
Yeah, like, sure, Sonic may not be as elaborate achievement-wise, but he has full Dr. Eggman. A lot of times he has blew up and saved space stations countless times. He has blew up buildings, saved buildings, Metal Sonic, along with other villains he has stopped. He may not be as in-depth and elaborate with his achievements, but he has done a lot more, and just saving a space station in itself is pretty good, or just blowing up a machine.
Saving a space station? He blew up space stations.
No,
he saved
He saved 1-2 in one of the games.
Okay. Wait, I think that might be Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah.
And in the end of Sonic Adventure 2, he actually saves the Earth from getting that same space station crashing into the Earth, or preventing that. So, Sonic's probably had the greater achievements here, so point for Sonic. Now, iconic value is no contest Sonic.
Yep.
He's the blue hedgehog. Like, he is so original. He is just a fast blue hedgehog. He is the symbol of fast-paced platforming, and Dormin cannot match up to that at all.
Yeah, he's slow as hell.
Oh yeah, and that brings us to who would win a fight. Now, iconic status, definitely a point for Sonic, and this might be a point for Sonic too, because, like Nathan said, Sonic is fast, Dormin is not. You get to play as Dormin briefly in Shadow of the Colossus, and yeah, he can breathe fire and he's enormous, but yeah, he's slow as molasses, and Sonic...
Yeah, since, like, every Sonic boss is pretty much slow but does a lot of damage, and, well, Dormin is basically that.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is basically with Sonic, he runs very fast, and, you know, basically the whole thing with Shadow Colossus was you basically have to strike the weak points of all the other boss monsters, so...
Right? Yeah, and we don't know what Dormin's weakness was, if any, so what's not to say Sonic could just go for the head? like he does with almost every other Eggman boss.
Just basically runs into the guy and basically hurts him or blows him up, depending if it's machine or alive.
Oh yeah, and then there is the fact that Dormin is a demon, an incredibly dangerous one at that. But then we have Super Sonic. He is basically all-powerful, and we know that he is powerful enough to survive in space, and it's pretty much like Mario if he had infinite Starmans.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, in that case, the thing is, with Super Sonic, I don't really like to compare it, since it's just like saying that he has this unlimited one-ups or whatnot, but when we're going with speed and everything, just generally Sonic would be more likely to beat Dormin, since who's to say Dormin could even touch Sonic?
And, well, yeah. So, I guess that means Sonic wins in a fight, and in the end that means Sonic, with a score of 3-1, is the winner. So, that is the end of this match. Sonic wins, Dormin is out. Yeah. I'm the Autarch of Flame, and
this is Prince.
Signing out.